In the last video, we discussed about personal branding for CEOs and CXOs. And we tried to find a solution to all our problems on a common ground. Yes, we did discover that building a community is the only solution to all our problems. And this doesn't just restrict to CEOs or CXOs. It is for all of us. So if you haven't watched the previous video, please go ahead and check it out before you check this video. So let's get started. What is a community? It is common unity. A unity that brings people together and makes them work towards their beliefs or to create an impact through their ideas. It can be a community of people who are vegans, or people who want to give homes to stray dogs, people who want to travel the world or hike Mount Everest, or it can be about people who are passionate about spreading awareness of mental health. But it can be a community for you only if you find a common ground with them and talk openly about your ideas, your beliefs, your problems, giving solutions, contributing, and much more. In Seth Godin's book, Tribes, he describes us humans to be taking all the decisions through our subconscious mind, and we are accustomed to people like us do things like this. And this us is the community which we talk about. 4 years ago, I came across this TED talk on YouTube which spoke about the importance of building a community. It gave an example of a community on Facebook which had 1 million people who were excited about talking into a phone and hearing their mumbled voices. It sounded funny at that point and I couldn't relate to it much, but it gave me a thought. How do I make my foundation of building an online community strong? Or did I even understand what an online community was? We usually find ourselves in situations where we need people, but we are not able to find that deeper connection. We are not able to come on the same ground of our ideas or our beliefs, and that happens with most of us. That happened with me too. I was in such a situation. I was around people, meeting them, not finding the connection. Maybe I was the misfit there. The only thing that I needed to do was to find people who are like me, who think like me, who are my tribe. And that did not mean that I have to restrict myself geographically. All we need to do is go online and find our tribe, find the groups, find people who believe in the same ideas, who do the same things, who read the same books like us. Now here are the steps to help you or help us find and build our community. Number 1, clearly define your why. Most of the communities are niche, which means they are die-hard believers of something that they do, and they do those things in a particular way, which makes them be able to help each other in the best possible way. This community can act as a motivation for you, or as a problem solver, or sometimes you can just sit with a tub full of popcorn and enjoy the conversations and learn from their ideas. Number 2, define your who. Most of the communities stick to the ideas that they believe in, and that's what defines them. You may always hear them saying, this is who we are and hence we do things this way. But at the same time, it brings a feeling that they oppose the ideas that they do not believe in. For example, you may be an iPhone fan and hence you join the communities that share the same status quo with you using an iPhone. But you would see that these communities are opposing the whole concept of having an Android phone because they just don't like it, they just don't believe in it, and they just don't like the idea of it. So when you join a community, you have to make sure you define what you are and define clearly what you are not. Number 3, provide value and contribute. It is very important for any community to be active and engaging with all the members. Either you can be giving solutions, taking ideas from people, or just giving some contributions in some or the other ways. But it is very important for this community to be active and live. It can be formed on any platforms like Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, or even the comment section of a YouTube video. After spending 4 years understanding this and understanding the power of a community, that has worked for me by giving me more clients, giving me more leads, making me understand much more things than outside my domain. It also has helped me see other people grow and then learn from that growth as well. I now know that I have this strong community that vouches for me and for my YouTube channel, which I have recently started. Thank you for so much support that I've got from the people who are in my tribe. Well, now, where does this whole concept of personal branding fit into the tribes and online communities? This personal branding comes into picture when you want to build a tribe around an idea, when you want to influence people to join you, and when you want to lead those people towards making the change that you wish to. This is the tribe that shall follow you, seek help, give solutions, share the ideas with the people they find in the like mindset, and grow it eventually. In 21st century, your personal branding need not be restricted by any boundaries. Go ahead, find your tribe or create one and become a leader. In the next video, we are going to discuss stories about these leaders who have built great online communities and are putting an impact out in the world. Until then, if you liked this video, please like, share and subscribe.